I'm Ed Donahue. A federal judge ruled ICE cannot re-detain the Salvadoran national whose case has become a focal point in the immigration debate. The AP's Sagar Magani has the story.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia's lived in Maryland for years after coming to the U.S. illegally as a teen. He was mistakenly deported to his home country last year, and since his return in June, the Homeland Security Department's been trying to send him to a series of African countries. But the judge in Maryland says a 90-day detention period has expired, and the government has no viable plan for deporting Abrego Garcia. Sagar Magani, Washington.
Police in Washington say they arrested a man who ran toward the U.S. Capitol building holding a shotgun. Police say the man dropped his weapon and complied when challenged. Congress is not in session. Illinois Democratic Congressman Danny Davis is remembering his friend, Reverend Jesse Jackson, who died today in Chicago. He was 84.
Chicago has become a center of the universe in terms of social activism, social involvement, and people power. Much of that, of course, can be attributed to Reverend Jesse Jackson and the long-standing operation of push.
Investigators in the Nancy Guthrie disappearance say DNA from gloves did not match any entries in a national database. It's a valuable storehouse of DNA taken from crime suspects or people with convictions. Any hits could identify a possible suspect. The mother of NBC Today anchor Savannah Guthrie was reported missing from her Tucson area home February 1st. More information at apnews.com. This is AP News. More talks between Russia and Ukraine.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says his government's delegation is in Switzerland, and Russian state news agency TASS says the Moscow team has also arrived. Tough discussions about the future of Russian-occupied Ukrainian territory are expected as President Donald Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff and son-in-law Jared Kushner sit down with the delegations, according to a person familiar with the talks who spoke to the AP on condition of anonymity because of the sensitivity of the matter. That's because Russian officials are still insisting that Ukraine cede control of its eastern Donbas region. Expectations for any breakthrough in the latest round of negotiations are low, however, with neither side apparently ready to budge from their positions on key territorial issues. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
New Mexico's legislators have launched an investigation into Jeffrey Epstein's secluded ranch. I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
If you see something, say something, and stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Alarm clock bark, sky still gray, radio clicks on, static haze. Good morning, Marianas, in my face, Brad yelling, wake up, Saipan. No escape. Coffee burns my lip. He laughs in my kitchen. Talks like he knows every bruise that I am in. Good morning, Marianas. Rise up, Saipan. Hawks on the harbor. Headlines in his hand. Good morning, Marianas.
Marianas. Good morning, Marianas. It is hump day. It is 7:41 here in Saipan, and I would love to say sunny Saipan. Unfortunately, that is something I can't do for you today because it is not exactly a sunny Saipan day. But I'll still take it over just about anything else. Anyway, we've got a call that we are putting out right now. We are reaching out. We're going to have our weather catch-up with the man, the myth, the legend. He's hanging out over there saying, hey, when do you put me on the screen? Well, we're going to put him on here in just a second. You know him. You love him. Well, at least you like him, kind of. His name is Landon Idlet, and he's about on here 1 second. Hey, by the way, Landon, I'm about to put you on the screen. Can you actually hear the music that's playing right now? I know you can't hear it because I can't even hear you. Hold on. I need to change that setting because I don't know why that happens, man. But I'll tell you, it was all janky today. But you should be able to hear us now. Can you hear us?
I hear you loud and clear. Just shift it so it sounds more crystal clear now.
All right. Well, I got to turn off the other music that I had. But we got you on the screen now. Good morning. Welcome to the home of weather, the National Weather Service North, we like to call it up here on the end of my news service. Hey, I know you got a tight window for getting info out. You got some important stuff going on this morning, and but it's great to have you.
Yeah, good to be here and good to see y'all again. I was off island last week in Japan going snow chasing. Nice taste of winter.
Oh my gosh, you're a little choppy today. I heard nice taste of winter. You were in Japan, and you said that you were doing something but I couldn't hear what that was.
Yeah, I was looking for snow.
Oh,
snow hunting.
Snow hunting. Congratulations.
It was great.
Did you ski, snowboard, any of that good stuff?
No, I don't handle gravity too well when it comes to downhill.
Excellent.
I got scars to prove it.
No, that's not good.
But yeah, has anybody been asking for dry weather? It's been super wet this year, but I'm looking at the rainfall totals for February so far, and we did have a wet start to the month of February for Saipan and actually all the islands, but we're running just a little bit above normal for rainfall for the month. Typically, we would have 2.87 inches for the month. We are about 1.3 inches above normal, but it's been dry for the last week. Is that going to continue? Probably a few more days, but I'm going to turn you around to look at the live radar picture. Just some spotty showers right up over there in my reflection. We're going to see some showers come up across Guam and Rota this morning, and that's going to spread up toward Tinian and Saipan today. But we're talking about spotty showers. So they're going to be hit and miss with abundant sunshines throughout the day, and then more sunshine for the remainder of the week. But going to the satellite imagery, really not much to speak of. This is kind of a remaining fragment of a shear line that's starting to lift up over our area. We're seeing the waning nighttime hours over here, but the daylight shows not a bad picture to our east. That's going to be the theme for the next several days. It's going to be mostly sunny and much drier for the remainder of the week. Again, with just some spotty trade wind showers. But next week, it's going to get a little bit interesting. This is our weather outlook that we put out yesterday, showing that shear line that's still fragmented across the region. This is all breaking apart, starting to lift up over the Mariana Islands, and then we're going to have much drier conditions with just the spotty showers. But looking at the EPAN buoy, this is what we're going to talk about next week. We have an upper trend in seas and surf coming up early next week. That's our next shear line. And looking at some of the 10-day rainfall potentials and a couple of our models, we're ranging between 3 and 5 inches of rainfall over the next 10 days, much of that falling in days 5 through 10. And that's going to be associated with that shear line. So expect fair weather the next several days into the weekend. So outdoor activities, get those done on Friday, Saturday. I did a lot of roof painting yesterday and day before. Actually, on Monday, I did roof painting at my house between some of the showers, but it was mostly dry and sunny. Saturday's going to be a good day for that, but come Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that shear line is going to be dropping down over the CNMI. So plan for more winds, seas, and surf Sunday into early next week. Some of the indications indicate it could be quite breezy and gusty at times Monday and Tuesday.
Well, we're getting a little bit of that drizzly, rainy stuff right now. In fact, it was funny when you let off. You ready for drier stuff? I'm like, you got to look behind me. I know you can't see it, but it is. Not only can you see it, you can hear it with all the traffic going back and forth behind us. You can hear all the tires going through the water on the road. So we're getting some of that isolated stuff right now. Yeah,
so no hazards or advisories in effect for season surf. The strong rip currents that has ceased along eastern reefs, but we're seeing moderate rip currents. So still play it safe if you're going to be out in the waters, especially during larger wave sets. But again, we are going into the drier months. February, March, April, and May. Those are the driest months of the years in Saipan, with March being the driest month. So the showers will be there, but for the next several days, they're going to tend to be more light and moderate in intensity, not into the heavy stuff. We do have to watch out for that coming early next week with that shear line, where we get another little break of heavier showers.
It looks like you have turned all your Christmas trees into paper and stacked them on your desk in an attempt to have some kind of hold onto Christmas. Look at those stacks. What do you do with that much paper in the year 2026?
I do not know. I got to figure that out because I'm going to rearrange my office in the coming weeks. So I've cleared the walls. So it's going to be a little bit of a reorg.
Yeah, there's nothing up there.
Couple weeks, yeah. But these papers, this is stuff that needs to be filed away over the last 6 years of my career. And I might toss some of them, but I've got to organize and file away others.
Oh my goodness. I literally, that used to look like someone who's super productive, getting a lot of stuff done, has so much work to do today. And now that's all electronic. So seeing that stuff, the binders, it reminds me of the office that I temporarily occupied when I was over there, borrowing desk space.
I much prefer hard copies versus digital any day, but that's just 2026 for you. It's all digital.
Yeah, I have totally made the move. Like for some things, I'm a hard copy person for sure. But for all of this kind of stuff, like when I went over to visit Guam last time, hanging out with Ray Gibson, him and the team, they had all the news stories printed out on paper. And so he can go through, like, I'm going to talk about this or whatever like that. Man, I just can't imagine doing it like that anymore. Even though that's like the coolest place. Like I loved being in there. Just like I moved on. I used to be that tactile person, and now I guess I'm a little bit away from it.
Well, this is still my preferred calendar, the daily planner hard copy. I'll use the Google Calendar, but I like the hard copy better.
For calendars, I'm with you 100%. I have the Google Calendar, but now there's so many things on there. It's almost like getting a million emails that you don't even check anymore. Hey, I know you got a hard out. You got a big meet coming up here this morning, and but you're back in Guam. In fact, I know that they were super happy. Today's Ash Wednesday. And we couldn't ask for anything more than having you on the show with us this morning. It's great to have, we got a lot of puns. We're ready to go.
Well, it's definitely great to see y'all and great to have fun with you again. And for anybody listening, watching, Google search the Ash Wednesday storm. That is a remarkable storm event that happened close to my hometown way before I was born, but it's a good one to research.
Ash Wednesday storm. We're going to have to do that. I'd ask you a million more questions and keep you, but I know you said you got a heart out at 7:50, so it's that time. And I want to make sure that you can get out and do the stuff that you need to do. So there it is right there.
Yep. Just to recap, great few days ahead, but watch out for early next week's shear line and on its way.
All right. Speaking of shear lines, I'm going to have to get a haircut. Not a problem over there in Guam, though. All right. Thanks so much, Landon. Can't wait to talk to you again.
See y'all.
All right, that's Landon Eidlet. Remember, don't call him Eidlet. That's not the right way to do it. I only did it for years, but it is Eidlet, and he was giving us the weather recap about what's happening right now. So we are, for the most part, we're going to be having some drier weather, but for the short term right now, in the immediate term, it is drizzling and the roads are wet out there in Saipan. In fact, that's a good idea, a good time for us to head on down to the roads and start telling you about what traffic is looking like here in the CNMI's Capital. That's right. Let's take a look at what's going on for traffic here in Saipan. Right now, things are looking congested as you would expect over there in the Dandan area. Yeah, that's right. Everywhere from Shell Dandan all the way past NMC. It is going to be a slow go in every direction. This is the time it's going to happen. People are trying to get to CUC. People want to get to PHI Pharmacy. Get a selfie with the Business Person of the Year, Joshua Wise. He's also the president of the Saipan Chamber of Commerce. Did you wish him a happy President's Day? Oh, you should have. I meant to. I didn't. But I meant to. I called him. Hey, anyway, traffic looking okay in the intersection that matters, at the place where connections matter, I-T-N-E. When you get down to Chalumpiao, though, you're going to see some of that Hopwood traffic everywhere over there by Subway and the stoplight over there. It is a little bit of a stop and go. Guangdong Hardware looking pretty good. The rest of Lito looking okay. And let's head back around Back Island Road. Everything looking pretty good. Just a couple of spots over there by the intersections, by the lights. Getting through Puerto Rico, you're going to see a lot of traffic over there by the Marianas Heights building as everyone's trying to take a look at those fancy new vehicles by Atkins Kroll, the newest dealership with the newest cars. Well, I guess they're all new, but they are the coolest new cars that are over there for sure. Hey, let's take a look. As you get through Garapan, it's going to slow down for folks who are heading south. Other than that, when you get past Gualo Rai, that's right, when you get to that Gualo Rai intersection, it's a little bit problematic when you start getting down toward all the good stuff like Pacific Hardware, everything going south from there. Past the old Bank of Hawaii and all that stuff, it is going to be a slow go. It means you're going to get stuck behind a school bus. Don't try to outrun it. You're not going to be able to do it. If you can get past them when the lights are not blinking, that's cool. But if they're blinking, say no. Say no. Quartermaster Road, yeah, it's looking okay. A little bit of traffic on either side of that intersection. And again, now we're starting to get a little bit more of a backup on Chalmansi or Guerrero over there by I-T-N-E. So it is a little bit of a slow go. That's just how it happens at this time in the morning. You could just get up earlier or, sleep in later. But you don't have to sleep on the deals over at AK Toyota. AK Toyota hooking you up with all kinds of great deals. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, they've got the vehicle, and they are the place to be. $399 down for a down payment on a Corolla, $699 for a down payment on a Camry. Now, there are conditions that apply, and you got to get approved credit and all that other stuff, but they can help you out. They even have $3,500 down payment assistance on the fancy new Toyota Tacomas, where you can go anywhere. My goodness, and you're going to look good as you're moving around with your fancy, schmancy new Tacoma or your new Corolla or your new Camry. But that sounds like we should start a song. Corolla, Tacoma, ooh, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go, but I know it's got to go with something. All right, folks, we're going to be right back with a lot more and headlines after this.
Hey, bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold Bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive Bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your Bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your Bush today.
If you think girls and we matter, stand up. If girls and women's sports matter, and you want your daughters to have the same opportunity you had, stand up. If you know that it isn't fair or safe to allow males to compete in girls' sports, because it's, well, obvious, stand up. Don't be cowed by people who call you a bigot. You're not a bigot. Don't let men tell us how to be good girls. Don't let others tell you you just need to be quiet. Sit down. Be nice. It's not nice to further a lie. It's not mean to believe in women's equality. We deserve our own sports, privacy, fairness, safety. We deserve a chance to compete and win. So don't be nice. Don't be careful. Be honest. Be brave. Fight for women. We've come too far to give up now.
And if you agree with that, stand up and stand with us.
Fox Sports Update.
41-year-old American bobsledder Elena Myers-Taylor has joined the company. Myers-Taylor took home gold in the women's monobob on Monday, adding a 6th career Olympic medal to her trophy case. She is now tied with Bonnie Blair for the most medals by a U.S. woman in the Winter Olympics.
This is Ainsley Earhart. Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
And the United States women's hockey team is one win away from a gold medal. The U.S. shut out Sweden 5-0 on Monday to improve to 6-0 at the Winter Games and have now outscored their opponents 31-1 in the tournament. The Americans will face Canada in the gold medal game on Thursday. Heading over to the ballpark, Aaron Judge was like many Yankees fans early in the offseason, not all that thrilled with the Bronx Bombers as big-name free agents continued to sign elsewhere. But the back-to-back American League MVP is pleased with where the Yankees landed.
It was tough there in the beginning, but I think once we solidify getting Bellinger back, we got Trent being our center fielder, be our leadoff guy for another year. And then you had a guy like Goldie, some of the back end, bullpen pieces that we've been doing. I think we're in a good spot.
Sound courtesy of SNY as the Yankees re-signed Cody Bellinger, Trent Grisham, and Paul Goldschmidt, and also acquired left-hander Ryan Weathers from Miami. New York is looking for its first World Series title since 2009 after being bounced from the playoffs in the ALDS last year. And Syracuse didn't put up much of a fight at Cameron Indoor Stadium on Monday. Third-ranked Duke blew by the Orange 101-64, with star freshman Cameron Boozer leading the charge with 22 points and 12 rebounds.
Another touch for Boozer. On Kyle, has him on the hit. Still working, racing. He's so strong with that lower half.
That was courtesy of ESPN, as Duke has won 13 of its last 14 and improved to 24-2 on the year. In NFL news, the Dolphins have released 8-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Tyreek Hill after 4 seasons. For more scores, stories, and features, go to foxsports.com. I'm Joe Morgan.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
Are you or someone you know living with a mental illness? Have you experienced abuse or neglect, denial of services, or discrimination because of a mental illness or disability? You have rights. NM Posse is the Northern Marianas Protection and Advocacy Systems Incorporated, and we're here for you. Individuals diagnosed with mental illness have human, civil, and legal rights under federal and local law. No one should be mistreated, denied services, or discriminated against because of a disability. NM Posse's PIME program provides protection and advocacy for individuals with mental illness, and provides information about your rights, advocacy, and assistance for eligible individuals, and support in cases involving abuse, neglect, or discrimination. Services are confidential and provided at no cost to eligible individuals. To learn more, call NM Posse today at 670-235-7273 or 7274, or email gborja@nmposse.org.
Waves crash hard, the shore
Marianas. Welcome back. It is Wednesday morning, 8:04 here in Saipan. And boy, don't be thinking you're going to eat some meat today. No, not you Catholics out there. It is Ash Wednesday today. And there are... people are out there getting ashes all over the place today. In case you're wondering, like, why is all there traffic over there by the church? Well, that's why. They started at 6 o'clock this morning. They had a bunch at 7:40 this morning as well. But don't worry, if you didn't get yours, you're able to get in with the mass as well. CHC Hospital's even got a chapel going on today with the service at 11 in the morning. But there are a bunch all over. Cristo Rye, they've got your lunchtime savior right there for real. 11:45 today. Everyone else though, 6 o'clock in the morning, done. 7 o'clock in the morning, the 7:30s, the 7:40s, yeah, those are all done this morning. Your next chance, if you want to get over there, you got the 11 o'clock over at CHC Chapel. By the way, that's great if you happen to be at work at CHC and now you know that you can actually get in and get your ashes done. Also, 11:45 over at Cristo Rye as well. So that's good stuff. All right. People are sending me something right now. Ooh, all right. We're going to put this out there for you guys here in a little bit. We're going to pop it up on the screen in a little bit. But the main thing is here, Ash Wednesday is the main thing. They're looking for a math teacher. Holy cow, I'm getting this right now. This should get along pretty quick. I can't imagine with everything that's going on with that. Yeah, I'll take this off the screen real quick, guys. Hold on. But wow, no kidding. I'm just getting this right now. Someone's like, hey, can you put this out there? I'm like, yeah, I can. Hey, are you a teacher? Do you teach math? Saipan International School is looking for a math teacher right now. Maybe not today. Like, you don't have to start today. I'm sure they got it under control until today. But this could be your big deal. Holy cow. All right. Well, yeah, I'll put it up there for you right now. Hold on. One second. We're going to post this up later. I know a guy over there. Let's just say that. But yeah, let's get that out there so you guys can see it. Ka-chow. There it is. They're looking for a math teacher over there for middle school at Saipan International School, and this is what they've got on there. They're looking for somebody to start on August 1st. So if you're wrapping up your contract over at PSS, this might be what they're looking for. You can give them a call at 288-9660, area code 670, or email them headmaster@sissaipan.net. There you go. Now you know. That's the latest. Just got that sent. So we'll see if we can't post that up a little bit later. Yep. So now you know. There you go. All right. Well, let's take a look at you guys out there in the comments, because we jumped right in to saying hey to Landon when he got on the show with us this morning. I want to say good morning to all of you. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't already, give the show a like, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. And then if you're watching it from the website, well, I mean, that's just what you got. I mean, there's not a whole lot you're able to do other than just watch it over there. But that's the cool thing about this, is that you don't have to have social media to be able to watch the show and everything that we got going on. Let's see. Pat Itamar is there. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us today. And Antal, Queen of the Cat Gifts, in the house. Luisa Cabrera is with us today. Thanks so much for joining us again, Luisa. Miss Baseball herself. She's got us a whole bunch of the results, and I've got to put that out today. For Little League stuff. Tobat Castro, the man, the myth, the legend, the tip man from Dandan. He's out there. It always seems to rain when he wants to get out there, and it's raining today. Eric Moftus is with us today. He says, hey, good morning, Brad, CNMI, and everyone listening into this wonderful station. Have a blessed and good day. Take care, stay safe, and God bless you all. It's Ash Wednesday today. Drive safely and buckle up. That's right. Great words from a great man. PJ Victoria, all the way out there from the west coast of the mainland, is with us again today. Oh, yeah. And Subligson 08 in the house with us. Buenas Lesor, and great to see you as well. Thanks so much for joining us. Man, it is hump day. It is hump day. I don't know, do you have special things that you do on Ash Wednesday? I know getting the ashes is the big thing. Getting here at 6 o'clock I did not get over there, but I have my last chance over there at 11:45 at Cristo Rye, as they mentioned today. That's it. Now, if you were smart, you were able to get them already. In fact, we posted this yesterday about the CK Diocese of Chalcanoa getting out the schedule for all the Ash Wednesday stuff. So you're able to see it's on social media and it's on the website and everything. So you can get that done. If you missed it, don't worry. You could still make your way over to Cristo Rye at 11:45, or you can hit the CHC Chapel at 11 o'clock for the services. So pretty good, not too shabby. All right, yesterday, before we got out of the studio, we saw that Jesse Jackson, Reverend Jackson, passed away at 84 years old. The Rainbow Coalition, one of the leaders of the civil rights movements decades ago, and walked alongside with Martin Luther King and all that. He was a presidential candidate at one point, at least through the primaries, and we lost him last night. It was, growing up in the mainland, I don't know what it was like growing up here, because I wasn't here, but growing up in the mainland, I would see all these figures regularly in the news and all that. And Jesse Jackson was a regular part of our daily news on the national platforms and all that other stuff. And he was a good person, did a lot of great things. But one of the things I really liked is like when the comedians, comedians were still, they would dabble in politics, but they weren't like making like massive stands on things, doing all the heavy stuff. But Jesse Jackson had a penchant for using words that were pretty big or pretty made up. And I used to love it. Eddie Murphy killed me with that. Saturday Night Live, oh, Jesse, that's not a word. Like, just great stuff. But I think I got to appreciate more of his wisdom the older I got, listening to a lot of the things that he had said over the years, and just somebody who could make that much of a difference at the national level. Self-made kind of person, walking around with the right folks doing the good things. And now he's gone from the national scene. I mean, who's next? I mean, but Jesse Jackson, somebody who, again, being from the Northeast, Jesse Jackson all the time. Al Sharpton, I used to get with all the New York news that we would get. Yeah, and at least the Associated Press, they did a nice write-up about him. And so we posted that up there on the website. And, a two-time presidential candidate. How about that? And he passed at home surrounded by family. I mean, that's the best way to go. But passing at home surrounded by family. That's the way everyone would want to go, I would think. I don't know. He got into the civil rights movement. He was born in Greenville, South Carolina. And, I didn't know this about him. How about that? He was a star quarterback on his football team at Sterling High School in Greenville. And he had a football scholarship at Illinois. How about that? Then he ended up going to North Carolina A&T in Greensboro, where he was the starting quarterback, an honor student in sociology and economics, and he was the student body president. Wow. Jesse Jackson. I mean, I haven't heard a whole lot from him in recent years, but I mean, he passed at 84. I mean, he was a fire that burned bright and used that influence all around to better the lives of other folks. But even later in life, he still did things. I mean, he stopped being as public as he got on in years. But no kidding. Well, anyway, we have a nice write-up about him from the Associated Press that we put on the website. It's worth looking at and giving it a read, take you down memory lane, just absorbing a lot of stuff as we get through it. I want to talk about things that are happening here locally. I've got some comments that have come in, and something, a bigger thing that happened here that we've got for you. But I'll tell you what, we're going to take a real quick break. I'm going to tell you all about that in just a second, but I just want to break it up a little bit. So we'll be back with a quick break right after this.
Hey, bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold Bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive Bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your Bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your Bush today.
If you think girls and women's equality matter, stand up. If girls and women's sports matter, and you want your daughters to have the same opportunity you had, stand up. If you know that it isn't fair or safe to allow males to compete in girls' sports, because it's, well, obvious, stand up. Don't be cowed by people who call you a bigot. You're not a bigot. Don't let men tell us how to be good girls. Don't let others tell you you just need to be quiet. Sit down. Be nice. It's not nice to further a lie. It's not mean to believe in women's equality. We deserve our own sports, privacy, fairness, safety. We deserve a chance to compete and win. So don't be nice. Don't be careful. Be honest. Be brave. Fight for women. We've come too far to give up now.
And if you agree with that, stand up and stand with us.
AP News, I'm Mike Hempen. Eulogies are pouring in after the death this morning of the Reverend Jesse Jackson. The two-time presidential candidate who led the civil rights movement for decades was 84. Reverend Al Sharpton says Jackson is an American icon.
Jesse Jackson changed American politics. Jesse Jackson changed the civil rights movement. He was a consequential and transformative figure.
Former President Barack Obama says Jackson's historic runs for president laid the foundation for his own campaign. President Trump says Jackson had lots of personality, grit, and street smarts, adding he was a force of nature like few others before him. Investigators in the Nancy Guthrie disappearance say DNA from gloves did not match any entries in a national database. The 84-year-old mother of NBC Today co-anchor Savannah Guthrie was reported missing from her Tucson area home on February 1st. Investigators are also working with experts to try to locate Nancy Guthrie by somehow detecting her heart pacemaker. Iran has announced a temporary closure of the Strait of Hormuz for live-fire military drills. The rare show of force came as its negotiators held another round of indirect talks with the United States over its disputed nuclear program. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi says a new window of opportunity is open for reaching an agreement.
We are hopeful that negotiation will lead to a sustainable and negotiated solution.
U.S. Capitol Police in Washington, D.C. have arrested an 18-year-old man as he ran toward the west side of the Capitol building armed with a shotgun. Police say the man dropped his weapon and complied when challenged by U.S. Capitol Police officers. This is AP News. People in Beijing are celebrating the first day of China's Lunar New Year.
Traditional prayers, fireworks and fairs mark this year's Lunar New Year in China, alongside 21st century humanoid robots. The activities ushered in the Year of the Horse, one of 12 animals in the Chinese zodiac, succeeding the Year of the Snake. Beijing resident Kang Ziling tells the AP, the symbolism of the horse is quite good. It can mean taking the lead and success upon arrival. Viewers applaud the robots as they sell everyday items. But one Beijing man, Li Bo, says, however, while China's advances in robotics are great, it lacks a bit of the New Year atmosphere, he adds. It's not as enjoyable as when I was watching gala performances. The Lunar New Year is the most important annual holiday in China. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
I'm Mike Hempen, AP News.
Wake up, sunshine, it's a brand new day. Brad's got the stories that'll light your way. Take a smile on his face, he's ready to share. Good morning, Marianas, feel the love in the air. Good morning, Marianas, come join the fun. Together we'll shine like the morning sun.
With the waves crashing in, hear the oceans call. Brad brings the news that connects us all. From the islands to the world, goes counting dish. Good morning, Marianas, the best time of year.
Good morning, Marianas, let's start the day. With laughter and stories, come what may.
All right, welcome back, Marianas. 8:21 in the morning here on Wednesday here in Saipan, where it is rainy. 78 degrees right now at the Saipan International Airport. Humidity's at 90% because of that rain, and it is raining right now. We're looking at isolated showers throughout today, but other than that, mostly sunny skies, high near 86. Gonna be a little windy today, gusts as high as 20 miles per hour, and we're looking at more rain tonight, getting all the way up to 30% chance of rain. And like Landon says, if it says there's a percentage on there, it's gonna rain. So just get ready for it. Tomorrow, looking at partly sunny skies, high near 84 as well. And the further we get toward the weekend, the more likely it is that we're going to get drier, sunnier days. And that is a good thing for all of us out here. I want to say good morning. Ibuk Masol says, hey, wow, good morning from Palau. Thanks for sharing. She's got a niece and her family here. And so it seems that they're closer than ever before. God bless. And good job on online and live. Great. Thanks so much. Ibu, thanks for sending us a message. That is awesome. Josh Brazel in the house watching us online as well. Luisa says, what's going on with the weather for baseball? Man, I'll tell you what, the weather for baseball, it should get better the closer we get toward the weekend, so we should be pretty good. Yeah, I know. I'm seeing the same thing about those choppy connections to about, so I hope everything is good for you guys online. I'm watching it on the side, and it looks like we're okay. I hope it's not too far away, but things are looking all right. Almost as loud as this shirt that I'm busting out. This is the first time since doing the show that I have worn this shirt that I've had for a couple of years already. It's a little bright. It's a little bit much, I think, for all the lights and the glam of everything that we got going on over here. Now, I told you I want to get into some of the local stuff and something that we're digging into, what's making news for us right now. There was a post on that Speak Up Tau Tau CNMI. if you live here in the Marianas, you follow at least one of these groups or Reddit or something. And this one is from Speak Up Tautauqueña. My anonymous post came out there. It was about what's going on with truancy. So, hey, does PSS even care when minor students stop coming to school? Everyone in this group is constantly saying illegal for minor children not to go to school. The law says there is a $500 fee for parents who educationally neglect their children. DYS can only do so much because the lack of interest from lawmakers to help put them in place or help them put in place stricter child laws that help successfully remove children from unsafe and unhealthy situations. However, it's mind-boggling to me that I can witness a mother purposefully keeping her children home and uneducated with no good reason except for the fact that she uses the excuse that she doesn't have a car. Yet, she will leave them using her footmobile or different guys who will take her to get her fix. While she confines her children in a small room, taught to stay silent, as if they aren't there to avoid causing suspicion of her action. And where is PSS? I understand if these kids were in high school, but elementary and middle school, I already had reported this girl multiple times. Even in the beginning of the school year, she didn't even register her kids to go, and her kids were just lying to people about being at school, teaching her children to lie about it as well. So, PSS, how is it that your teachers who haven't seen their students in more than a week without any real explanation from the parent, not even doing a welfare check to make sure that the students are alive or well? Remember when the two girls went missing? No one called anybody to say they didn't make it to school and why they were absent. The system is failing these children. Then we wonder why there are more addicts, stealers, and unemployed. We're failing to remove these children from the home of the people who are teaching them these things. So we saw this. And then we got tagged in one of the comments saying, hey, you guys want to do anything about this? You want to look at this? And so we're like, yeah, we did. So we asked them to send us a slip into our DMs and let us know what's going on. And they did, thankfully, and provided us a whole heap of detail. Now, this is about one situation in particular. And we're not going after like one family, one parent, or any of that stuff. No, we're not doing any of that stuff. But we are trying to get some of these questions answered, which I think are pretty important. So we have reached out to PSS. We've got a meeting with them this week. We also reached out to DYS, and we'll be firming up an appointment with them this week as well. We're going to do interviews with both of them and talk about these issues, and then we'll put the story together and get it out there for you. I've asked specifically for on-camera interviews, and they are saying that's a problema. So you guys are going to be able to see it strictly or specifically about this issue. So it'd be good. Hey, also, speaking of interviews, we spoke with the folks from National Office Supply yesterday, and they said that they had promised. So you'll see it, and it's in the Variety today. They promised that reporter that they would give them the scoop about what's going on with them, but that they could do interviews about it later. But the good news is, it looks like National Office Supply might be in good shape. So don't worry. It just might have a new owner. In fact, they mentioned that there are multiple people who called about buying it from them, but the main reason why they were having issues is because of the touchback. They said there's a lot of employees that you don't see because they work behind the scenes. The ones who work out front are just the regular ones, but all the people behind the scenes, they're going to have to send a ton of people back for touchback provisions. And so they're not able to do it. So, all right, well, that is what's going on with both of those. But either way, I'm looking forward to getting you guys the update on this story with PSS and with DYS. And if you guys have ideas like this, if there are questions that you want to get answered and you don't want to be the one to ask them, but you think that it's newsworthy and it's stuff that's important for our community, well, let us know. And we'll dive into stuff like this. This is a lot of fun. This is what we do. So we're going to be all over it. All right? All right. Well, we do have another sports update, so we're going to throw this to you real quick. So here you go. Fox Sports with this sports update for you.
Fox Sports Update.
41-year-old American bobsledder Elena Myers-Taylor has joined elite company. Myers-Taylor took home gold in the women's monobob on Monday, adding a 6th career Olympic medal to her trophy case. She's now tied with Bonnie Blair for the most medals by a U.S. woman in the Winter Olympics. Staying in the Olympics, the United States women's hockey team is one win away from a gold medal. The U.S. shut out Sweden 5-0 on Monday to improve to 6-0 at the Winter Games and have now outscored their opponents 31-1 in the tournament. Heading over to the Diamond, there won't be a 5th captain in Mets franchise history anytime soon.
As long as I'm owning the team, there will never be a team captain.
Really?
Okay, that was my decision. My view is the locker room is unique, and let the locker room sort it out year in, year out.
That was courtesy of the Mets as owner Steve Cohen spoke with reporters on Monday. The last official captain in Queens was David Wright. The position has been...
This is Ainsley Earhart. Thank you for joining me for the 52-episode podcast series, The Life of Jesus.
A listening experience that will provide hope, comfort, and understanding of the greatest story ever told. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Vacant since he retired in 2018. Cohen is entering his 6th year as owner of the Mets, and he still doesn't have a ring, which bothers the billionaire.
About not winning? Yeah, I'm annoyed. I'm absolutely annoyed. Every year that goes by, I get frustrated.
The Mets entered last season with sky-high expectations, only to miss out on the playoffs. In NFL news, the Tyreek Hill era in South Beach has come to an end. The Dolphins have released the 8-time Pro Bowl wide receiver who is recovering from a devastating knee injury. Hill, who will turn 32 next month, dislocated a knee and tore an ACL in Week 4 of the 2025 season. Hill has spent the last 4 years of his career in Miami and led the NFL in receiving yards and touchdowns during the 2023 season. But Miami, under new coach Jeff Hafley, is likely going to go through a rebuild and will have to make a decision on quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Tua represents a $56 million cap hit next season. You can listen and follow the Fox Sports Podcast at foxsports.com or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Joe Morgan.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
Man, I'm looking at it again. I'm just going to check this email to see if anything else came in, because I'll tell you, PSS, what are you doing to me? You guys drive me crazy. For real. You guys do so many things so well. And then you have a special board meeting that's coming out tomorrow. What is going to happen tomorrow? This is the special board meeting. I know this is going to go in about part of the stuff from these committees and all this stuff that happened. We just got this from these guys because we're watching it. Here, I'm going to put it on the screen for you guys here. But we just got it, literally, because they just posted it like a minute ago to let you know that there's a special board meeting tomorrow for PSS. Unfinished business. Discussion and possible action concerning the implementation and enforcement of the Supreme Court slip opinion interpreting the 25% general revenue requirement. You figure that's a big one. And then all the revisions based on all these other things. And especially number 6 is important for me because that's who we're going to be meeting with on Friday. And then board resolutions. This is where, I'll tell you what, I've watched these meetings, and to see how what's effective and what's not effective is interesting. But we're gonna be bringing this to you tomorrow for sure. They disallowing micromanagement amongst any individual board member. I remember this was brought up in a committee, and they're like, this shouldn't really be a committee thing. This should go to the whole board. Waiver of any wrongdoing by any individual board member. Okay, that's interesting. Officer eligibility during initial services for new board members and staff member and contract renewals. Yeah, it should be interesting to hear. And then the one that everyone's talking about is the Commissioner of Education's performance evaluation. There's no way that should be under new business. That's got to be under executive session. They're not going to do the evaluation of the Commissioner of Education in an open session. You can't do that, right? That is a personnel thing. That's got to be under executive session. I don't even know why that's there.
Then what else do they have? They're going to do legal counsel updates. They're going to do a personnel grievance stuff. That one's going to be interesting because we've been following that story for a long time. You've seen a bunch of op-eds from Glenn Smith. This is the one that we've seen. He delivered comments in that last one, in that last special meeting. So I figure that would be, they're actually addressing it, which is a good thing for him because I think that's what he's been asking for years, right? Well, at least it's coming. Also, let's take a look, discussion of agenda for next board meeting. Okay, nothing too exciting. Well, there you go. That's going to be tomorrow. It's a special board meeting. And I would imagine the only thing, like, they can call them at any time for special board meetings. I don't know if there's anything special based on what I'm seeing in here that requires them to do it in such a short amount of time. But hey, they're going to do it, and we're going to bring it to you. I'm looking forward to hearing what would be different in the next board meeting. That's the exciting part for me. What's going to be different? The amount of grandstanding that I hear in the committee meeting, it is awful. It's like, who are you talking to in these meetings? Like, you're clearly grandstanding for something. So that should be fun to watch. So we'll have that for you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and you should too. I mean, if you are a public school person, or not, anything. This is about the Board of Education, and the Board of Education doesn't just deal with public schools. They also have a private school component as well. So no matter what, your kids are involved in this somehow, some way. And I'll tell you, there's some things I would really like to change in the CNMI, and one of them has to deal with the Board of Education with regards to 3 positions. The first one is I would get rid of the student rep. A needless position. You don't need some high school senior to be sitting at this table listening to all these adults argue back and forth about political stuff. They're non-voting members anyway. Maybe they can provide a report or something, but like, there's no need that kid should not be in school. Just eliminate that position completely. That's number 1. Number 2, teacher rep should be a voting member. The teacher rep shouldn't be there sitting on the Board of Education like our U.S. Congresswoman with a non-voting position. Teacher reps should vote. They should directly be able to vote have a vote representing the teachers in the future of the Board of Education. You know, the way education is being brought, the standards, everything. They're really the ones who need to have that spot. What's the other one? The private schools. I would let the private school representatives have a voting spot too. Well, hey, it's the Board of Education. It's not public education. It's the Board of Education. And the private schools get federal money that they're entitled to, but it's administered by the Board of Education. So they should also have a vote and all that stuff. I think this will take care of a lot of the bickering and then the people not showing up because they don't want it. And, you know, more than anything, these are people with a direct need in this situation. All those other folks who are on the Board of Education, their livelihoods don't depend on what happens with the Board of Education. No. They all have different types of jobs that deal with all kinds of different things. The people who represent every single teacher, and that's why they have a spot on the Board of Education, they should be able to vote. And the people, again, on the private side, they should also have a vote that counts. Now, that's a bigger deal. That's constitutional kind of stuff. But I mean, that's it. everybody else, you keep your thing. But like, if you're not able to have a vote because people get all huffy about not showing up because things aren't going their way, I would really like to see some of that dramatic stuff eliminated altogether and just have them removed. The people who grandstand too much don't get much done. Well, one of them has only got about 6 months left anyway. All right. True story. All right. Wow. That's what's going on. That's hot off the presses. Now you know that this is something that's happening. Here we go. Let me just copy this here too. Now you know what we'll be doing tomorrow with you guys. Tomorrow morning, for sure. Just sit tight real quick. Get that. No, we gave you that one already. All right. All right, folks. Hey, we'll be right back.
Shiny smiles all around, where happiness is found. It's the little things that make it true. Shiny smiles start with
They're friends and neighbors, sons, fathers. They're little league coaches and veterans. They're people who love this country. These are Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers. They are removing violent criminals from our streets and neighborhoods. It's dangerous and difficult work. But ICE has one mission: to make America a safer place to live. And that's what they're doing. This is law enforcement. This is ICE.
You owned your car for 4 years. You named it Brad. You loved Brad. And then you totaled him. You two had been through everything together. 2 boyfriends, 3 jobs. You're like, nothing can replace Brad. Then Liberty Mutual calls. And you break into your happy dance.
If you sign up for Better Car Replacement, we'll pay for a car that's a model year newer with 15,000 fewer miles than your old one. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Sky still gray, radio clicks on. static haze. Good morning, Marianas. In my face, Brad yelling, wake up, Saipan. No escape. Coffee burns my lip, he laughs in my kitchen. Talks like he knows every bruise that I am in. Good morning, Marianas. Rise up, Saipan. Hearts on the harbor, headlines in his hand. Good morning, Marianas. Life from the reef to the ridge. Bread with the weather and a dare on the bridge. Traffic on Beach Road. Kids half dressed.
All right, welcome back there on Hump Day. It is Ash Wednesday, Marianas. That's right. And today is the start of Lent. This is how it works. And Lent specials are available today at Surf Club. That's right. You can fast with us this Lenten season. Try out the new fish and chips, crispy, golden, and perfectly seasoned. And with the local style fish escabeche, fresh fish topped with our flavorful island style sauce. Swipe through and see more of what we're serving. That's right. Give them a call over there at Surf Club, 235-1122 for your takeout orders, or you can visit their social media pages for more promotions and updates. Fresh flavors, island favorites, Lenten goodness. They've got all kinds of great stuff over there, and you can go and check them out. Again, give them a call over at Surf Club. Make your reservation today, 670-235-1122. Lent is here. Yeah, today is not your burger day. No, today is your fish fillet day at the ballpark. And, I'm always surprised. I sent a message to Scotty over at Godfather's. Said, hey, I never understood why the fish fry culture hasn't really gotten so huge here. Now, I know it's mostly about whitefish, I don't know if it's halibut or I can't remember all the different fish types. Cod is one of them for sure. And out here, you get more like tuna and all that other stuff. So maybe that's the reason. But like the fish fries in my hometown of Buffalo, New York, were epic because we're such a big Catholic community, right? And Lent being such a big deal. Fish fries were the best. Beer batter fish fries. We used to go out and find out we used to go from place to place. Now, restaurants do it, but all the bars did it too, because it just so happens fish fries and French fries go great with other things that are beverages that they sell at bars. And so you could go everywhere and it would be great. And so that's what we used to do, was go around to all the different places and try all the different fish fries. Churches, their fundraising groups and all that stuff, they would do fish fries at the church, Fish Fry Fridays. You would think that would be like a massive hit here because it's so good. We love our fried food. We like beer. I think that's it. And maybe that has to be the new thing. And the other part is that they weren't crazy expensive. You get these giant fishes crisped all up with and then use the malt vinegar with, oh man, forget it. Did I just figure out what I want to do? Is that what we're going to end up doing? We're going to have to make that for lunch and dinner today? Maybe, possibly. I think so. I think that's part of the new deal, is that we're going to have to go ahead and make that for dinner. Ed Probst is always cooking stuff and showing the pictures on his social media about what they're doing. I think maybe this is it. I'm going to have to do my own beer battered video. I think that might have to be the rest of today. Hold on. I think we're going to have to hit the stores and do this today. In fact, it's got to be Buffalo style. No, not like buffalo wings and stuff like that, but beer batter buffalo fish. Like, that's it. Like, I don't know if it's unique to Buffalo, but I know we're really good at it. And Polish style, there it is right there. Look at this. Polish, is it a Polish style? You guys, if you know, you got to let me know, because I didn't think it was a Polish thing. Although I'm mostly eating this kind of crispy goodness with Polish folks. Oh, yeah, look at that. Hold on. We got to put this on the screen so you guys can see it too. Like this. Look at that. I don't know about the bread, but you got some fries. You got some coleslaw. There's some potato salad in there too. Kohler's Light, you can give them a pass on that. But there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the kind of goodness. Louisa says, just to be clear, we have nothing against whitefish. We don't discriminate. Okay, I appreciate it. Caleb says, give us whitefish. Yeah, no kidding. Let me see if I can find something else. That one looks awesome. Hey, I'm a fan. Let's see. Here's crispy beer batter fish for fish and chips. All right, yeah, this one looks okay. But I want that authentic, and I know we can make it here. Buffalo fish and chips recipe, just that you call it fish and chips. I like the ones, so this one says paprika. I don't know if that's exactly what I'm going for. This was a no-fail beer-battered fish frying recipe for pub-style fish and chips at home. Okay, see, well, that sounds good. Tobot says, someone say beer, I'm there. I know. This one looks good. Now, the other thing is like a good tartar sauce, too. Oh, look at this. Oh, my gosh. Okay, get out of here, pop-up ads. But like this, that's looking pretty good. It's not the full-on fillets. Like, they have full-on fillets. Oh, let's see. This one looks pretty good. Homemade tartar sauce. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. I think this is what we're going to be rocking with today. Here is a buffalo fish fry, courtesy of Amy Stevenson for the Food Network. These are tiny little, like, fish nuggets. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. Oh, you got to preheat the oven. We're talking fish fry, not a bake. Look, if I wanted healthy stuff, I found a great recipe years ago for this, and it's a bit of work, but you can do it. It says you can use any beer you have on hand. The yeast in beer acts like yeast in the bread, making the batter thin and puffy. Just make sure your beer is extra cold. When the cold batter hits the hot oil, the reaction ensures the coating is nice and crispy when it comes out of the fryer. My gosh. It's a tough one for lunch. Do we have a good fish fry place in Saipan that I don't know about? I'll put that out there for you guys, if we have one. Recipe. If we have one, I got to find it. I know there's plenty of capable cooks out here. There's plenty of videos out here too. Oh my gosh, no. There we go. All right, that's what we're going to be doing today. There it is. I think that's the magic. I think I just found the magic one. All right, guys. I think I've had enough of talking about it. Now I got to go out. Going to be going out and getting that fish. I've used just about every kind of white fish I can out here when we've done it. Oh, no, this one looks a little okay. This is Scottish, that's why. All right, well, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. All right, guys. We're going to wrap it up for today. Let's see if there is another headline that came out. I don't think it did yet. It's pretty close. No, not yet. All right, so we are going to wrap up today because I'm already thinking about lunch. Plus, I want to get some of these stories out. Sorry, Toba says, sorry, I don't do fish. Only filet of fish from McDonald's. I love Tilazza, but I always give my catch away. Tilazza's awesome. But no meat today. It's all fish. Ash Wednesday. It's the start of Lent. Last night was supposed to be the big night, Mardi Gras. Not big Mardi Gras nights out here in Saipan. All right. Yeah, I know. I agree. Totally agree. Yeah, I'm talking to you, WhatsApp. That's hilarious. All right. We're going to wrap it up for today. Guys, we'll be back again tomorrow morning. Good morning, Marianas. And we're going to also bring you that PSS special board meeting. So we'll see you with more of that. We'll be back again. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.